Hello and welcome to another short drawing lesson. This week we're going to draw another one of the most beautiful cars in the world, the Ferrari 250 GTO. First thing we'll do is a front wheel over here. Make sure you leave quite a bit of room in front and behind, so don't do the wheel too big. I'm drawing very lightly at the beginning, and see it's got a bit of an oval shape. It's because I want to give it a bit of speed. I'm going to do it in motion. However big your wheel is, that's going to be the unit of measurement. So this distance across here, we're going to measure one more of those, two more, and a little bit before drawing the next wheel, which can be a tiny bit bigger. And now for the overhangs, we need 3/4 of the wheel at both ends. So if that's one wheel, we take a quarter off. The nose will be about there. And if that's one wheel, we'll take a quarter off the tail. I only just fitted it on, so there's a slightly sloping line here at the back. The bottom of the car is pretty much horizontal, and that's just going to be a bit lower than halfway between the centre of the wheel and the ground. A little bit lower. That's the bottom of the car. The nose of the car, the very tip of it, is a little bit higher than the centre on that mark that we made, and then under there it curves down. The rear section is a little bit higher than this part here, a little bit higher, curves around to run into that sloping line we did. There's a sort of secondary nose to this. We've got the pointy nose, which is the furthest forward part of the car, and then there's a secondary curve which starts on the headlights, so they're just back here, a bit steeper. You can kind of imagine a perspex cover over the headlights there. So you've got this steeper curve going over the front wheel, and then it drops down, and then once you get back here it starts to run parallel to this line. So there is a bulge, then a drop, and then a parallel part. Quite tricky. Next, once you get to the front edge of your rear wheel, the second curve starts, and that bulges up and over and then drops down to meet the tail. And then for the glasshouse part, if you go back to your one wheel mark, you can put a little vertical line in there. That will be the front edge of your door. The top of that steps back like that. The rear edge starts at that little bulge there. It has a slope and a curve, bulge to it. And then the bottom edge is a bit higher than the bottom of the car. So now we can put an A-pillar at the top of this, which is 45 degrees-ish. And then a slightly steeper line there. And your top of the side window. You can give that a bit of thickness. And now we can put the windscreen in, which is even more sloping than that. And quite far forward, it's sort of like that. And you can see the bonnet running off the bottom edge of it. The roof needs a little bit of thickness and there's a bit of a backwards, there's slope towards the back here. It's not quite parallel to this door line. And then once you get past the side window, that's where it really drops off to meet the tail. And while we're up there, just a bit further back, we'll just show the rear window in there. And the last thing to complete the silhouette is just squeezed on there on mine is a spoiler, the cam spoiler. Right, let's try and put some details in and make this look nicer. At the moment I've been drawing quite light just to work things out. Might just give this a little bit more of a bulge over the front wheel. Right, so starting at the front, we'll just finish off that headlight, show the glass inside, maybe give the chrome a bit of detail. We've got some little indicators and side lights here. There's some more lights in the nose section and an air intake. You can just hint at that. we can give this wheel arch a bit of shape. Just go a little bit more firmly. The back edge of it sort of trails before running into the side of the bottom edge of the car, which we can do darker because it's in shadow. We've got this sort of knock off in the centre, which we can do a speed blur on. Just show that the arches are overhanging with a bit of shadow. There's the centre of that wheel. We'll do some whiz lines off the tyres and some dust and the shadow under the car as well. There's some little stones flying up. We'll go back to these wheels and add a bit more detail on them because they need to show that the tyres are quite thick and that these centres are set in a bit. Coming back to this area here, we've got some vents and the bottom edge is level with the door, so we'll make a little mark there. Top edge is about there, and they've got a slight slope quite close together. Having that guide just means that they end up the same size and level with each other. You can shade those in. On the side here we could have a nice big roundel for a number and a door handle. Up here we need some windscreen wipers, a little catch for the bonnet, a division for the window, and we probably ought to have a driver in there. Just be the silhouette of one, so it doesn't have to be an amazing drawing of a human, just a shape that could read as a person. Once we shade him in, we'll show the underside of the roof there and the other pillar on the other side too. Next we've got one big vent behind the wheel there, and again you can firm up the top edge a bit more than the bottom, and that will show that it's set in and casting a shadow. Under here we've got a decent size exhaust, again with the chrome tips on, so you can do the little horizon on the side of it. You might just see the lights poking out on the background. And last of all, a few more details under the car just to show that there's stuff going on there. And that's pretty much it, I think. I hope yours came out okay. Let me know how you got on in the comments. Otherwise, have a fantastic week. Please do like and subscribe if you've had fun, and I'll see you for another drawing lesson soon.